Hey y'all, it's Lonnie and welcome back to my channel, The Homeschool Helpmate. This is my little place on the internet where I help families overcome their homeschooling struggles and transition to homeschool. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my wish list items for my homeschool because my homeschool is like a whole person. But honestly, if you have a homeschooler in your life, I want to share some things that are on my wish list so maybe you can be a blessing to them and get them some of these items to help make their homeschool run smoother. If you're interested in seeing what I have on my homeschool wish list, then stay tuned. Now, let's get into it. All right, guys, before we get too far into this video, I want you to know that I do have a giveaway coming up. So make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and make sure you follow me over on Instagram at the Homeschool Helpmate. Christmas is on its way and people are scrambling around trying to buy gifts and all sorts of things for the season. So I know 2020 has been a tumultuous year for a lot of people, and a lot of families have lost their income altogether. They've gone down to a one income household and so many other things. So as you are buying gifts this year, I want you to remember the real reason for the season. And also, if you were fortunate enough to have some extra, remember that you can be a blessing to someone else. So grab something that's on someone's list or something that you know will help them out, and I'm sure they will really enjoy it. So if you're interested in any of the things that I mentioned in this video, make sure you go down to the video notes down below. I'll link everything. You can just click the button and it'll take you right to it. All right, so the first thing that will make my homeschool life a lot easier is getting 2 new iPads. I really would take any tablet, but I need 2 of them. So we do have 2 iPads in our home, but one belongs to my husband and the other to me, and we use them a lot for work. So we are really juggling trying to use one iPad a lot of the time, because if one of us leaves, usually that iPad goes with us. We have one iPad left at home between the kids to try and do their educational learning apps. We have a desktop, which is usually taken up by our e-learners. So another iPad or tablet, 2 preferably, but even one more would definitely be a huge blessing and make our homeschool journey a little bit easier, because right now it's like a balancing act of getting the girls to do their different apps and things, but it would be so much easier if they had their own iPad. They could upload their own apps or download their own apps, and they would know where exactly to go and they wouldn't have to wait or take turns. All right, this next one is really simple. If your kids ever went to traditional school or if you've taught traditional school, we need new markers and color pencils and all of that good stuff. So when you buy that stuff in the beginning of the school year, it never ever lasts as much as you want it to. So I would love to get some new markers and color pencils for my homeschool so we can just kind of dump everything that we had in the beginning of the year, because they're drying out, they're lost, we don't know where the cap is, it doesn't work anymore, all kinds of stuff. So there's no need to even try to go through that. We can just dump it and grab some new markers and some new crayons. So if you know a homeschooler and if you want to give them something, I bet, especially if they have elementary schoolers, I bet they could definitely use that in their homeschool. Another thing on our wish list this year is watercolors. We definitely have been doing a lot of art this school year, and it's been a huge blessing. The girls are learning all kinds of techniques, and right now we are in the watercolor phase. So there are 11 watercolors. Our watercolor palette is running out. I would love to get 2 new watercolor palettes, and there's these cool watercolor color pencils that I would love to get for them also. And I guess let's go ahead and throw something else in there, some watercolor paper, because at this point in the year, they learn their techniques and now they're watercoloring all over everything. So we are out. We are out of those supplies. So I would love to have that for our homeschool. All right, so this one is brand new. So if your kiddos take classes on OutSchool, now there is an option to gift out school credits or out school classes. So you can buy a gift card or buy a certain amount of classes and you can send that over to whoever you would like to. So that would be awesome because all of the kids love taking classes on out school. And when you have 4 kids taking classes, it can get really expensive. So if anyone wants to send us an out school gift card, that's on our wish list. Or if you know any other homeschoolers whose kiddos love to take out school classes and they had to slow down because of the pandemic, that would be an amazing gift to give them. Now their kiddos can take some more classes on the platform that they love. Okay, this one kind of goes along with the iPads that were the first item on my wish list. Osmo Genius and the Osmo games. I would love, love, love to have some of those educational learning games. Not only is it digital, but it also has a hands-on component, which I really, really like because our kids really nowadays, they really just get used to kind of clicking and moving things on the screen. But I would love for them to have some tactile things that they can touch and move around too, along with the digital component. Now, I know the Osmo only works on iPads and Fire tablets. So if you're thinking about getting someone an Osmo, make sure you consider what device they have. If they have something else, it may not work. All right, another thing in the kind of arts department, arts and music, I would love to have some piano lessons. So, in the beginning of the year, I bought a piano with the intention of making sure that the girls were doing some piano and practicing, but we really don't get to it as much as we should. And a big chunk of that is because we have not started taking piano lessons. We do have a piano app that we have been using, which is really, really cool. But to have them be classically trained in piano would be absolutely positively amazing. So that is a big item on my wish list, and I probably will just go ahead and buy that for myself. All right, another thing on my wish list is a pricey item. It is the All About Reading curriculum. So I've been hearing some amazing things about this curriculum and I want to try it, but it's a little bit expensive. Um, but I may take the plunge and go ahead and do it. I don't know. We'll see. I have a kindergartner in homeschool and I want her to have a really strong foundation in reading. So we are currently using The Good and the Beautiful. We started with Level K Primer. We finished that and now we're on to a Level K, which is working really, really well, but I want to supplement that with something else. In addition, my 3rd grader is really struggling in the reading department, so we have gone backwards. We're going back to the basics and making sure that she has those building blocks. So I think All About Reading will give her a really, really strong foundation, and then we can come back to The Good and the Beautiful. All right, this one is a freebie. If you know a homeschool mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, auntie, whoever is in charge of homeschooling, and you don't have a gift that you can physically give them because of whatever situation, something easy is to give them a day of free time. So just come and take the kids and hang out at the park or take them wherever, but give that homeschool parent a day to let them do whatever they want to do. That can be relaxing, that can be cleaning up the homeschool room, that can be planning for the next semester to come. But it's been an interesting year. So if you have the opportunity to give them some time to reset and to just come to Jesus, come back to themselves, do that because we need it. I would take that over any of these other gifts on my wish list. Something else, I really, really like Starbucks. So, of course, on my wish list would be a Starbucks gift card. I am not a classroom teacher anymore, and my kids used to load me up with Starbucks gift cards during the holidays, but I don't have that opportunity anymore. So, I mean, you can buy someone a coffee. I'm sure that will make their day. $5. This one is another pricey one, but something that can last the whole year. We have a really cool zoo where we live called Zoo Tampa, and I would love to get passes to the zoo for the year. That way we can pretty much have a field trip any day that we want. We can use it for educational purposes or for fun, and they're actually not that expensive, but Again, when you have multiple children, things can start to add up in price, but having passes to the zoo would be a great blessing to our homeschool. So again, if you know a homeschooler and they have a zoo or an aquarium or something like that in the local area or not too far from them, that would be an awesome gift that you can give them, and that gift will benefit them for the entire year. All right, another item on my wish list is some letter stamps. So again, I have a little one who is learning how to read for the first time, and I have a third grader who is kind of going back and rebuilding those essential skills, especially spelling. So having some letter stamps so that we can practice spelling out our words or writing letters to friends or all kinds of stuff we can do with the stamps. That would be really, really fun to have in our classroom. I just haven't purchased them yet, but I think they would be a really awesome addition. Another easy item that is on my wish list, but that runs out really, really fast is craft supplies. So if your kids are anything like mine, they are often drawing, gluing, taping, constructing all kinds of things. So we run through craft supplies like crazy. So we need to refill our craft supplies. Everything from paint to pipe cleaners to glue to popsicle sticks to tape to all kinds of stuff. Anything that you use to craft, that would be amazing. We need to refill our art cart so that we can get started with crafting and creating once again. Right, and the last thing on my homeschool wish list, this one is really helpful for whoever is in charge of the homeschool, and it won't necessarily benefit the homeschool, but it will benefit the family. A meal subscription box. Even if you only gift a month or a couple of months, that would be really, really, really helpful. Something like HelloFresh, or I know they have vegan options. That would be amazing because many of us spend so much time dedicating ourselves to our children throughout the day. When it comes to dinner time, it's like, I can't. So a subscription box could kind of take all the guesswork out of it, and that would be a huge blessing to any family. It doesn't have to be a homeschool family, but any family. I know that it would really, really, really help us. All right, friends, that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Remember, I'm going to be having a giveaway soon, and you have to be subscribed to enter. And you also need to be following me over on Instagram at the Homeschool Helpmate. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.